Greetings, fellow stamp enthusiasts, and welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Here in the U.S., the United States Postal Service last week released its 2025 sneak peek. So what they do every year is the United States Postal Service gives us a preview of some of the stamps that are going to be released in the upcoming year. So I thought what I would do today is show you the stamps and tell you a little bit about them. All the information that I'm giving you comes directly from the USPS website, so you can look it up if you miss anything and find out when these stamps are going to be issued. So a long list of stamps to go through today. The first issue that I want to talk about is the Lunar New Year issue. And 2025 is the year of the snake. Now, this is the sixth stamp in the current Lunar New Year series, where each entry features a mask, calling to mind the decorated mask used in the dragon or lion dances, often performed during the Lunar New Year parades. So you see this stamp is a really colorful stamp. It's vibrant. Most of you know I do not like snakes. I have a healthy respect and fear of them. But that being said, this is still a really beautiful stamp. Now, all of these stamps that I'm going to show you are forever stamps. And what that means is a forever stamp, as you notice, doesn't have a face value. They just say forever. So whatever the current face value of the stamp is, currently it's 73 cents. That stamp is good for first class postage in perpetuity. So if the stamp rate goes up in 6 months, that stamp that you bought for 73 cents will still be good for first class postage. In 5 years, it will still be good for first class postage. So the USPS has gone mainly to this forever stamp. And I like that because you can buy stamps, especially as a collector, and years down the road you can still use them for postage. They still have postal validity. So that's great. Moving on to number 2 is a stamp that I'm really excited about. It's also a forever stamp, but it is the global stamp. It is the international stamp. Here in the U.S., if you want to send a letter or a postcard anywhere internationally, whether it's Canada, Mexico, Germany, Great Britain, China, Japan, Russia, wherever you want to send it around the globe, it has to have international postage on it. And so this is the stamp that will do that. Each of these international stamps are always a round circular stamp, so it's easy to delineate them from other stamp issues. But I think this is probably the most beautiful stamp the USPS has come out with in a long time in respect to global issue. And this is the 1794 Compass Rose. It is useful, like I said, for mailing a 1-ounce letter to any country in the world where first-class mail service is available. This stamp has a little bit of history. This Compass Rose was drawn in a school geography notebook, by Lucia Wadsworth, who is the aunt of poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. She drew this design when she was 10 years old, and then Greg Breeding, who is an art director for the USPS, designed this stamp. I'm excited about this stamp. I will purchase lots of these stamps, and I just think it's a really great design for our international stamp. Next in the 2025 lineup is the 2025 Love Stamp. It celebrates the universal expression of love with a work by artist Keith Haring with a deceptively simple and now iconic style. And so it features Haring's 1985 untitled drawing. And it is a great stamp. I love these love stamps. The USPS has been doing this for several years. You remember they've had the puppies and the kittens and other things, but what a great stamp this is, depicting love. Next is a stamp featuring Alan Toussaint for Black Heritage. The Black Heritage series has celebrated a man one year, and then the next year celebrates a woman. And so this is going to be the 48th stamp in that series, and it will honor this virtuoso pianist, singer, songwriter, composer, arranger, and producer who was responsible for scores of hits across multiple genres. And so it is just an iconic image, I think, a really poignant stamp and beautiful stamp to celebrate Black heritage. Next on the list is a set of stamps that I think are breathtaking. These set of stamps are entitled the Appalachian Trail. And the Appalachian Trail covers about 2,200 miles of footpath along one of the Earth's most ancient mountain ranges. The Appalachian National Scenic Trail is within easy reach of a large metropolitan area of the East Coast here in the U.S. It's maintained by a network of volunteer clubs led by a nonprofit conservatory. And this set of stamps is a painting of 15 stamps, which includes a photographic view from each of the 14 different states along the Appalachian Trail. So from Maine to Georgia, and then there's an additional stamp showing stretches of the trail through dense forest. Look, these are beautiful stamps. I think they're going to be popular with collectors. I also think they're going to be popular with people who aren't collectors, who are just choosing stamps to send birthday cards and anniversary cards and to mail in their bills. And so just beautiful artwork. I love the photography on these stamps. Really excited to get my hands on these Appalachian Trail stamps. Next is a series of stamps that the USPS is calling Vibrant Leaves. So these will be to mail postcards domestically within the 50 United States. And I think, once again, the USPS has done a great job with some of these different categories of stamps outside of the main first class stamp. Just like they did with the new international stamp, these new forever postcard stamps, I think, are just breathtaking. They evoke the colorful sights of a seasonal walk in the woods. There are photographs on 5 new postcard stamps. They depict they depict leaves on trees found in the United States. And so 5 different trees that you see there, including the maple and the oak and the aspen and the sweet gum, and the sassafras. These are really nice stamps. I love the simplicity of them. I love the vibrant color. And I will be purchasing several sheets of these stamps, I have no doubt. Next is a set of stamps that are being called the Dahlia stamps. And they are called because they have vibrant and cheer dahlias on them. They are a beloved addition to backyard gardens and formal venues alike. And this issuance includes 10 close-up photographs of dahlia blossoms, and they'll be sold in booklets of 20 and also coils. And I think they're beautiful stamps. I love it when someone takes a photograph and it's up close and you don't really know what it is at first, and then they tell you, or you see you see from afar what it is, and you're like, wow, it looks so much different up close, or so much detail that you don't normally get. And so I appreciate that with this set of stamps. The next stamp that I want to share with you is the United States flag stamp. Now, the United States has issued a flag stamp for a long, long time, and every so often these stamps get a new tweak, get a new design, and it is no different this year. It continues the long tradition of honoring the stars and stripes, and it is a beautiful stamp. I like how the flag is swaying in the wind. I like how the United States of America is in bold blue letters. And I think it's a beautiful stamp. And I know people who collect flag stamps. They collect every flag stamp that has ever been issued by the USPS, which is a long list. And so I know that those friends of mine that collect these, they're going to be happy with these stamps, and I'm happy with them. I think there's some really nice stamps this year. Another stamp that I'm really thrilled about is the non-machinable surcharge stamp. So this stamp is purchased for an irregularly sized envelope. So if you have a greeting card or birthday card or something that's a little bigger, that's a little heavier, that they call it non-machinable, it can't go through the regular sorting machine, then there's an upcharge to send that, and so you have to have one of these non-machinable stamps on that. And this year's stamp is called the Lunar moth, and it's considered one of the most beautiful moths in the United States, and it's a beautiful stamp to me. This stamp is so beautiful. The moth is beautiful. I love how it is framed in the stamp, and although I don't purchase a lot of these non-machinable stamps, because if I send something bigger, then I just usually add other denominations of stamps. But I will probably add this stamp to my collection because I think it's a great stamp. Speaking of great stamps, how can you not love these next stamps? These are called Baby Wild Animals, and they are whimsical. They are eye-catching designs for letters or cards, and they are 10 stamps that show baby wild animals from across the United States, with visual elements suggesting the habitat or behavior of each one. And look, I think they're beautiful. I don't know which one is my favorite. I like them all. I know my wife would like the owls because she likes owls. I like the raccoons. I think the raccoon is a really nice stamp. But I like them all. The seal is lovely. And so I know that these are going to be a hit. Once again, with collectors and non-collectors as well. And so I'm very excited about that. Next is probably, well, look, you all know that I love Christmas. And so these next stamps is called Winter Landscapes. I expect that these will be issued toward the end of 2025. I don't have the date yet, but they will be offered in booklets of 20. And these 5 stamps feature photographs of iconic winter landscapes from around the country, and they are beautiful. I particularly like this middle stamp with the red barn. I just love how the red pops against the snow, and probably what my area is going to be looking like pretty soon. Temperatures are getting colder. They say the snow's coming in, so we'll see. But I love these winter design landscapes. Now, normally when new stamps come out, you hear about it. But the last stamp I'm going to show you, since the USPS announced it last week, there has been a huge buzz about this stamp, and so I'm sure you've heard about this stamp. It's been all over Instagram, it's been all over social media, it's been all over the internet, all over news outlets. And so the last stamp I want to share with you that's coming out in 2025 is this stamp that honors American icon Betty White. Betty White passed away in 2021. She shared her wit and her warmth with viewers for over 7 decades. If you're like me, I grew up watching the Golden Girls. Some of you may remember her on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. She was a comedian. She was an actor. She grew in popularity. Into her 90s, I think she was probably more popular than she was in her 40s. She had a passion for animals and protecting animals and conserving them. And so this is a great stamp to honor Betty White. And I have seen so much chatter online about this stamp, people excited about this stamp. So I'm sure that this stamp is going to have great popularity and great appeal, and that a lot of these stamps are going to get added to a lot of collections. And yes, just in case you're wondering, it will also be added to my collection. That's it. That's the 2025 preview from the USPS. I hope you've enjoyed these stamps. Let me know if you've got a favorite in your comments. I want to say I think the USPS is doing a fantastic job. I think they have really blown it out of the water, hit it out of the park this upcoming year with some of these stamps. I know lots of countries produce really great stamps. I'm a worldwide collector. I collect more stamps that aren't from the U.S. than I collect from the U.S. But I'm excited. I'm excited about some of these stamps. I'm excited about I'm really excited about that new international stamp. That's got me super, super excited. I just think it's so lovely. So bravo USPS for really designing some really great stamps. I think this is going to be, these stamps are going to be popular, not just with collectors, but I think with average people who are not stamp collectors. I think are gonna take a second look at their postal stamps when they go to the post office and they go, yeah, maybe I want 2 sheets of those. And so bravo. Well, thank you for watching. Thanks so much for all of your kind comments. Let me know in the comments which stamp you liked. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button now. I would really, really appreciate it. Give me a big old thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everyone. And until I see you next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.